Ta-da! I think it's working. Hey guys, Kathy Hyconis here with QBOchat, ready for Coffee with Kathy, Tuesday mornings. We got a lot going on this morning, connectivity-wise and like broadcast-wise. Facebook and Instagram have been down today so far. And I know there's been a lot of issues with that, so I don't even know if I'm like live over on Facebook or not. We shall see. The other thing that's awesome is that the neighbors are cutting down a whole bunch of trees. So I have the headset in today to hopefully make it a little bit better for you guys. There's been a lot of thuds. So interestingly, they were here yesterday, and when they dropped the like when the trees were dropping, big sections were dropping, I'd hear yeehaw over and over again. It's pretty amusing. So, but hey, Coffee with Kathy, I am here Tuesday morning. Choose happy. That's it, right? Okay. So before we get started, I wanted to remind you all that next Tuesday I have a master course that's starting. It's a month-long course for cleanup in QuickBooks Online. And you are going to love this course. Absolutely love this course. I'm going to share the link with you guys. So let's see if I actually have this post and it's live or not. Yeah, Facebook not wanting to load is so awesome. Here we go. And so I putting that link on there. That's my master course for cleanup. It's starting next Tuesday, month-long course, 6 sessions, 1-hour sessions that are recorded and live within a private Facebook group and saved so you can watch it anytime. I don't know if you can hear that. Hopefully not. I'm just going to ignore it. So, yeah, cleanup, right? So we're going to have, the cleanup master course, 6 sessions. It's in a private Facebook group. So the best part of the private Facebook group is that you get to interact with me almost like every weekday for a month. So it isn't just limited to the live sessions. You can ask questions within the group at any point in time. And I encourage that because I want to know what's going on. And I want to be able to help you feel comfortable with doing all of the cleanup stuff within QBO. And so if you have specific examples or anything like that, we can go talk about them. Then I also try to adapt the training to include any of the current issues that you have or you're worried about or something like that. So I can add on things. It's very fluid so that it's more geared towards just the people that are in that Facebook group. So we have this month-long journey together that we're learning all this stuff and we're able to communicate with each other, ask questions, all of that fun stuff. So I love it. These courses have been great so far. I know I've gotten a lot of great feedback on them, but I have not ever offered a discount before, and I will this week just for Black Friday. So the coupon code will be going live on Thursday when you get your regular QBOchat email, and it will be effective all the way through the end of Friday. So be on the lookout for your newsletter this week and look at that and use that code to save some money. Black Friday deal, right? So that we can get started and going on Tuesday of next week. It's going to be awesome. So I hope you will join me. And if you have any questions about it, message me through the QBOchat Facebook page. I am here to answer any questions you have or anything like that. I respond fairly quickly on the Facebook page. I have it open and everything throughout the day. It's just a matter of if Facebook is up. That's a new concern now, right? So there you go. That's interesting news about the cleanup course that is starting on Tuesday. Now back to the topic that I had, getting the most out of Twitter. So if you don't know my story, I started my practice 9 years ago, right after I had my first daughter, Izzy. And it was right after maternity leave that I stopped that job and started my own practice and performing outsourced accounting and virtual CFO services and this sort of stuff. Well, I was also home full time with Izzy for the first 10 months of her life. So full time with her, and then also trying to start a business, and an introvert. So we got all these things going on. Think about how many networking events I actually went to. I hated them before I had a kid. Like, no. Networking events were just like horrible for me. It's like instant stage fright, and I just shut down and I'm in the corner sweating. So that's kind of what happens. And I I've been doing the digital stuff since I was a kid, AOL groups and Messenger and all of that sort of stuff. So I was comfortable with that. And here comes Twitter around the same time. They were fairly new. I was still trying to understand what all you could do with Twitter. But interestingly, we had a huge group of professionals in Atlanta that were using Twitter. And so there's a lot of activity going on, a lot of conversations. This was a new thing back then, 9 years ago. So it's definitely different today. And that's something you have to adjust your mind to, or I have to adjust my mind to. If you're new to Twitter, that's great. So there's hidden gems in Twitter, because the problem with Twitter now is that it seems so salesy, and people just talking out instead of having like conversations. So the goal that you want is to get engagement, for someone to reply to you and talk to you and have a conversation. And that's what you're going for. You want to build relationships on Twitter like you would a networking event. You want to be able to check in with people, follow people, that sort of stuff. So I would, when you join Twitter, look for people that you want to connect with. So do you want to connect with people in your field, like accounting, like us accountants? Then look for those people and start following them. Okay. If you want to connect with people in your, potential customers, make sure that they're actually on Twitter, because that's going to be a big hurdle. If they're not even on Twitter, then it's not going to be, it might be really, really hard to convert them later. But you could, you find a lot of freelancers on Twitter, a lot of social media experts, and that sort of stuff. So if you are going over after those groups, it's, a good opportunity to be out there. But remember, they're doing a job of promoting their clients and working on their social media and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunities to find, your group on Twitter. And that's really what you want to think about, is like, you're trying to find your group. Where do you fit in on Twitter? Because this is a huge space that that is just a whole bunch of short messages all over the place. And it's like, how does all of that get organized and dealt with and everything? So what I want to talk about is, we're going to talk about engagement. How do we get there, right? But I'm thinking, way it goes, right? So let's start off with following people. There's a great way to do this, and this is what I did, is find someone you want to follow. You like following, right? And this, honestly, this might be like a phone thing when you're bored, have some extra time and just searching through stuff. Like Twitter is, for me, when you're networking, it's going to be more of a laid back deal where you know, maybe on the phone is the best thing, but you're going to be reading through stuff. You're going to be absorbing content far more than you're going to be sharing stuff. So think about that. So imagine hanging out on the couch, looking at your phone. Let's find some people that you like, that you think are interesting. Look at their profiles, see the kind of tweets they do, and see if you want to follow them. And when you follow them, then all of those people, their tweets end up on your feed. Now, how many people look at their feed anymore? I'm not sure. Because it can be a very useful tool to start conversations and everything. But you, again, sitting back, laying back on the couch, scrolling through Twitter, just look at your feed. So you get people that you want to engage with. It's not going to mean, you might find, you know, some people are active, some people aren't, that sort of stuff. It just what happens. But yeah, you want to start following people, okay? And the people that you follow, if you like them, look at who's following them. Because if you like them, you might also like who follows them, because it's the same personality, right? If I'm following a certain celebrity and someone else is following a certain celebrity, we have something in common. So I can also follow that person. Again, look at the profile, look at the tweets that they have, see if you actually are interested in looking at all their tweets, because the more people you follow, the more tweets are going to be in your feed, and it'll be harder to find like good content and good things to talk about. Because guess what? Everyone still likes to sell on Twitter, and that pretty much gets you ignored the most. So yeah, good luck. Don't sell. I mean, I know you're like, wait, what? We're getting the most out of Twitter. Why can't I sell? Just don't. Especially starting out. Don't sell. Set up an awesome profile. It tells people exactly what you do and how to get in contact with you and everything. But you really don't have to sell. What you're doing is selling yourself and building relationships. So when you go to a networking event, you don't want to interact with someone that comes up and says, hey, I'm a realtor. Do you want to go ahead and sign up with me so that I can sell your house? You know, like, or whatever. Hey, I'm a tax person. I'll give you 50% off your tax return if you sign up right now. You know, that it just doesn't happen at a networking event. You just want to build trust with someone. You want to build some sort of relationship. And the best way to do that is to follow other people, follow what they're talking about, and reply to them and make comments off of stuff. If they share something that you like, comment about it, you know, and that comment, that reply is going to start that relationship, start building. The best thing is when you find someone that is also scrolling through Twitter on their sofa at the same time as you, and you can start having conversation with them, because then they remember you, and then you start looking at their tweets every time it comes up in your feed. And so it's like hanging out, chilling, and you can have conversations, you can point things out, you can share things with people, all that sort of stuff. So this is where, you know, again, this is a easier way to build relationships. You just have to, maybe it's not easier, you have to put in the work of just sitting there and looking for conversations and stuff. But you're not necessarily going out on the town to do the networking. So there you go. So that's, one, follow people that are following people you like. And you can go to their profile, the person you like, right? So you go to the QBOchat Facebook page, Twitter page, right? See who's following QBOchat. And you just click on followers. And you can see the list of people that are following them. And you can start looking through them, and you can just start liking them and following them. It's not a big deal. It's really easy to do. Search hashtags. Search just words. Like, you could search QuickBooks in Twitter and look at the option to show people that have QuickBooks, in their profiles, and you can just start looking for them. So what you want to do is you want to find where the conversation is so that you can have the conversation and have that engagement. And so really what you want to do is find some way to start a conversation with someone or groups of people, and get out there and do that. So those people, and it's going to take time. You're going to be building a relationship over time. They might not need an accountant right now, but they're going to get to know that you are an accountant, that you provide certain services, and you're a cool person. And if I have a need, I'm going to tell people about, or I'm going to use you, or I'm going to tell people about you, right? This is what we want, networking, right? So that's the way you just you got to have those connections, so that people are, stuck to you in some sort of way. Like they're interested in paying attention to you. And if you're finding other people that are looking through the Facebook feed, that's always a good thing. And maybe like I do things where I'll tweet during like the Bachelor shows, or follow along on that sort of stuff. I'm not going to find a client in there. I mean, maybe you could if someone follows me or something. But if I find, let's say, if I'm tweeting about Bachelor stuff and there is another accountant that sees that I'm tweeting about Bachelor stuff and they start following me, then guess what? When they're looking at my stuff later, they'll see that, hey, I do QBOchat, I have all this content, I do training, and, they can start to explore all that and see that that's available. It's just the way networking goes. It's just, we're doing it online, really. Now, I would say the other thing to think about with Twitter is, so you're thinking, it's the content you're putting out there. So one, you want to engage with people. You want people to feel heard. And you want to have like fun conversations with people, right? No trolling. No, please don't do that. So you want to have fun conversations with people, and it's kind of like hanging out on Twitter. And then when they're following you, you want to also provide like things that remind them that you do accounting. So share some articles, share some important tips, share some sort of stuff out there. Just don't overdo it. And realize that if you put a tweet out there, there's a high likelihood no one's ever going to see it. Okay? So the more you put out there that's good, the better chances you have of people seeing things. So one cool thing is if you do engage in our Twitter chat every week on Thursdays, this is the perfect opportunity to show people that you were an expert, but then they find out that you're actually just, you're doing it in a way of like, you're hanging out, you're in a group, you're hanging out and talking about things. And then other people can see what you're tweeting about, and they can find out that, hey, they know about this industry, or they know about this sort of stuff. And so they catalog that if they need that information in the future or need help in the future. So important things on the Twitter chat. When you do replies to people, if you do like an at reply. So it's at the Twitter handle. That's the beginning of your tweet. Only the people that are friends or following you and that person will see those tweets. So this is why there were things early on where we started RT, and so it was retweet and then at, so that more people, everyone would see it. Because so it would be, if anyone else is scrolling through their feed, they would see that you retweeted something. Or if you do a reply and do a period right before that at sign, then they can see your reply. Everyone, they don't have to follow both of you to be able to see it in their feed. So I would recommend, doing that so that you get full potential of who can see it. And when you are answering questions, so on QBOchat, we have a topic every week. It's a different topic. And I post out questions to help each other learn and grow and all this sort of stuff. It's also a way for you to highlight what you know. So when you are replying to a question, so I do Q1, Q2, you can do A1, A2. So one, people that don't understand that you're in a Twitter chat or something, they can see that you're answering a question, right? And then make that answer like a sentence so they don't have to know what the question was. So something that stands alone. And then you have, that's built-in content you just did. Okay, so A2, so-and-so is, I don't know, whatever tweet you have, and then use the QBOchat hashtag so that everyone in QBOchat sees it. But then anyone following your feed can see that, hey, Jan, I didn't even know anyone was watching. So awesome. It is working. I'm just talking. I'm hoping this saves. But anyone watching your feed can then see like, hey, I have this content out here. I am an expert about this sort of stuff. And then you didn't have to show it off to them one-on-one. You know, you didn't have to do this salesy pitch to them of like, hey, I do this accounting and I do da-da-da-da-da. They just, they've had an engagement with you before. We've had a conversation. Maybe it's just about running your business or whatever. And then can find that you are doing other Twitter chats. Yeah. I'm losing my train of thought. So, Jan, love that the QBOchat hashtags can find that you are doing other Twitter chats. Yes. And look for other Twitter chats too. I mean, you might find a Twitter chat that is like in the niche that you're in, so that you can engage with people that are doing, the kind of businesses that you want to work with and everything. That let them know that you are, that content as well about whatever they're talking about. I've engaged in several social media Twitter chats since. I mean, I'm not doing it to necessarily find clients, but I'm doing it to engage with other people. My headset never stays in. And, find new connections and that sort of stuff. So it's, I don't know. I love Twitter chats. They're a great way to meet new people online. And it's very easy to just hang out and share something. It's very low pressure. And then, people are just hopefully watching what you do later, or whenever they look at your profile, they can see things that you have tweeted in the past and see that you have this content out there. So it's just a matter of what are you representing when you put your stuff out there on Twitter? And how are you making sure that the right people are seeing it and that you are building those connections with the people that you want to build connections with? It's you just have to think about it strategically and then have fun with it. So make sure you set up a structure that that you like and appreciate, and it's not draining for you, and just have fun with it. So is it, maybe I spend 30 minutes on Twitter hanging out a couple times a week or something like that, and you might build some friendships online. It's that sort of thing. Because like once you start building the friendships and those conversations, then comes the conversations can happen at any point in time, and someone might tweet something to you and you might reply a day later. That's fine. It doesn't really always happen, when you're building that relationship, but over time when you have the relationship, you could just do that sort of thing. And you think about it, it's the points of contact. I know I've heard before it takes several points of contact for someone to want to buy from you. So I think of that as like, how many points of contact does it even take to, start that trust with someone? And if you're a regular point of contact and you regularly hang out with, the same sort of people, and I'm talking, like Twitter's hanging out. You are a regular part of their lives digitally, then you're building that connection, and you have the potential of getting new clients, new friends, new whatever you want. So make sure you're clear on your intentions. What do you want to get out of Twitter? And then be genuine about your engagements, because if you're just faking it, we're all going to know, and we're not going to care, like, honestly. And if you're salesy or whatever, like, I'll do that if an app tries to come in on QBOchat, which is a cozy chat we have every week about different topics, right? And a lot of people know each other. We embrace new people, and people come and go. It's a matter of like if you're available on Thursdays and all that sort of stuff. But God, they're cutting down the trees next door. I'm like total ADD. I can't follow the train of thought. Just, I need a script. I should have written down a script beforehand 30 minutes ago. Have fun with people. Be yourself. Don't schedule tweets just so that people see them for QBOchat hour, because I'll call you out on it. Like, you think I'm going to engage by scheduling a tweet that will show my engagement during a specific time, when other people are taking their actual time to be there live. I mean, retweet something later. Engage with the tweets after the fact. Don't schedule something in the middle of it. Soapbox. So yeah, that's what I got. All of a sudden, I've just lost it. The trees being cut down. They're they stopped for a minute. I was trying to record a video this morning for some stuff that I'm doing, and as soon as I it started cutting trees. I was like, okay, I'm not recording today. So, and then I see that Facebook and Instagram were down, and I'm like, let's see if Coffee with Kathy is going to work today. We'll see. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you for joining in. Again, watch out for your newsletter on Thursday with a special code to get a discount on our Cleanup Master course that starts next Tuesday. Little Black Friday deal for you. I figured out how to do it on the website to do coupons. Woohoo! So we'll see how all that works out. If you have any questions, if you are not on the newsletter or anything, just send me a message and I can share a link with you so that you can sign up for it. It's on the QBOchat page, like QBOchat.com, but maybe it's hard to find. I don't know. So if you need the link, I can send it to you. But yeah, engage with me. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm checking out my Twitter, my Facebook, my whatever. And, if you want to have a conversation, I'm ready to do it. As long as it's something I'm interested in talking about, I'll have the conversation with you. That's how it goes, right? So with that, I am signing off. And I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving with your friends and family. And you give thanks. I'm thankful for all of you. And I'm thankful that I'm able to share content and provide these trainings and help people out. And this amazing community that loves QuickBooks Online as much as I do, that have come together and hang out and have fun. So it's really cool. Anything else? Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off. Let's see if this gets saved. Fingers crossed. And no QBOchat this week. No Twitter chat this week. I will be with Kathy. If you have any ideas of things for me to talk about or blab about, let me know. With that, have a great day. Bye.